If you are working with brands and charging them for your sponsored content, I want to help you get paid more. So in this video, I'm going to teach you 5 different ways that you can increase your rate if you are working with brands in a paid way. And these are going to be seen kind of as like premiums that you can add on to your packages and to your fees. Now, before I get started, if you are a creator or an influencer that hasn't subscribed to our channel yet, but you're interested in all things pitching to brands, influencer marketing, social media strategy, all that good stuff, hit subscribe so you can be kept up to date with the videos that we produce weekly on all things creator and helping you guys. Now, I want to just give you guys that quick little intro. I'm going to be sharing with you like literally these ways to increase your rate. But before I even do that, I want to explain to you, I have experience on the brand side, which is to say I have paid influencers to be parts of different influencer campaigns, which is to say I've also seen lots of contracts and I've been really in the thick of it from both the brand side and also on the side of helping creators pitch to brands. So we're like in this really unique space, right? We have brand experience, but we also have creator experience in the sense that like we have entire programs and courses set up to help creators. So this video, I'm going to try to stay neutral, not speak about it like from the brand perspective or from the creator's perspective, but almost just kind of like these are ways to increase your rates. Now, I do have to say also that the way you do business, like everyone does business differently. And I think a lot of times people just want to be told what to do. But really what we teach at Sidewalker is to think critically. Like how do you as a business owner, because you are a business owner, as an influencer or creator, if you're charging brands and you're getting paid for content, you are an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. So I need you to also lean into your intuition and understand while the advice I'm going to give you today is going to help you increase your rates, I also want you to think about it as like, are these things that I want to bundle into my fees? Are these things that come with my, services? You don't have to add these on as premiums. And again, this is all about how you like to do business, because for some creators, they don't want a nickel and dime. They don't want to do that like, okay, add on this, add on that. They bundle certain fees into their rate already. So when they are pitching to a brand and they're talking to brands, they're like, this is my fee and this is what it includes. So again, there's no right or wrong. It's just up to you as a creator to make that decision. So let's go ahead and jump into ways that you can increase your rates if you want to get that number up. Oh, just to let you guys know, if you want to come to a free live training that I host them monthly, all on how to pitch to brands, definitely check out the link below to come to one of my trainings. I share lots of good information. It's free. We host them monthly, so you can come live, ask questions in the chat, and I will be there teaching you how to land those paid brand deals. So the first way is whitelisting. Whitelisting is when a brand wants to run ads through your profile to either your audience or a target audience, right? So the ad is not coming from the brand's account, the ad is coming from your account. Now, this is something that a lot of influencers charge a premium for. They say, if you want to whitelist, you can, but it's not bundled into my fee, it's a separate fee. Right? So this is something that you can do separately. A second great way to increase your rate is deciding the exclusivity of the content. So for example, if let's just say you within your content, you say, okay, I will be exclusive with you for 2 weeks in this product category, right? But let's just say a brand wants exclusivity for like 6 months. That would affect your sales, right? Like if you are exclusive with one brand for 6 months, think of all the other things that you would lose out. If you're an influencer who is constantly pitching and making money through brand partnerships, you're going to lose out. So you need to think like that, right? So, okay, sure, I'd be happy to be exclusive for 6 months, but these are the fees associated with what that would look like, right? So as a creator, you may decide your own exclusivity, like this is, just how you do business. Maybe you don't post sponsored content within a week of each other, so you know that you can give them a week exclusivity or maybe 30 days, whatever. Again, those numbers aren't the important, but I need you guys to think you're not going to be exclusive with a brand for $500, right? Like we need to think big here because again, it's all an opportunity cost. So the exclusivity clause is something that you can definitely look into as a way to increase your fees and your packages. Now you may be like, Nina, I don't even know what my rates are. So if that is you, if that's you, you don't know what you're charging, you don't know the premiums to charge for these things, and you're still kind of needing help figuring out your rates, then you're a perfect candidate for our Pitching to Brands Master Course, because not only do we teach you how to pitch and the media kits and the proposals and how to negotiate and all that good stuff, we go deep into rates, because guess what? There's no one size fits all. So we share different formulas and different examples based on follower counts, based on impressions, based on engagements, all of it, based on content. So rates are very, very complicated. And if you need help with rates, you're going to take our course and leave feeling super relieved because you're going to have your rate. But anyways, I digress. That's for people who don't have their rate set up yet. Now, another way that you can definitely increase your rates is if a brand wants to use your content in perpetuity. This means they have ownership of it. They can use it forever and ever and ever. Now, this is where it gets dicey, right? Because if you're working with a brand and they own your content in perpetuity versus like licensing it for a year, let's just say, and you blow up, you become super like rock star famous, and then they are using your content on a billboard 5 years from now. Again, the chances of that happening, who knows, but lawyers on our team and lawyers on anyone's team are always thinking of these scenarios. So again, as a business owner, you want to think about these scenarios. Yes, a brand could take your content, say in perpetuity, and never use it again, or they could actually be using your content forever and ever and ever, and now you're the face of their company and you only charge like nothing for it. So again, these are things that you may want to consider. You also have to ask yourself, is your like face in the content? Is it you? Are you the ambassador? Or is it just like product shots and photography? So again, that's why you need to be able to think critically about how you want to charge for content that is in perpetuity. But once you know this, then you know that this can be like an upsell or something that you can actually get them to buy onto. One of the main things we do talk about in our pitching course is this concept of upselling, right? So maybe your fee is this, but if you want it in perpetuity, it's this, right? And you find ways to get brands to, not leave money on the table and to increase your rate that way. Now, another thing I think creators don't take into account when they're coming up with their rates is the production value of the shoot. If you're just shooting in your bathroom, a video of, your beauty routine, that's very different than if you need to go to a mountain and hike 3 hours for a sunset to get the product shot. Okay, I'm making this up, but those production values are very, very different. Also, are you hiring an editor? Are you bringing other people on staff? Again, production value is something that you need to think about when you're putting your rates together and the concept. Because a lot of times what we teach here at Sidewalker is when you're pitching to a brand and you're sending them a proposal, you want to be able to share those visions, right? It's not just one post. What does that even mean? What is in the post? What's the production value of that post, right? So like for me here at Sidewalker, we work with brands too. They see my YouTube videos. They see the production level. I know what this video would take to produce if it was sponsored. Now, if they want me to do an 8-hour day in the life of an entrepreneur in Miami where I need a videographer, I need an editor, I need like the whole works, it's a different cost and a different video. So think about production as a way to increase your rates when you are pitching and working with brands. And again, if you need that proposal template or that proposal example so that you can be sending really good proposals, you can find those inside our Pitching to Brands Master Course. Now, lastly, this is just like business 101, but it is a good way to raise your rates. It's all about supply and demand. So let me give you an example. If you are in high demand, that means you don't have a lot of capacity to be doing a lot of work. So you may increase your rates just because you cannot literally find the time to take it on. If it's at a base rate, you might want to double it. Think about Uber, right? When it's really, really busy, you get an Uber surcharge and they'll be like, prices are higher right now because of the demand for Ubers. The same thing goes for a creator. If your demand is super high and you are in a position that, you can't do it or you don't want to or you don't have the time, then this is when you start to increase your rates to reflect the demand of your work. This is a great way to increase that rate, guys, because you're able to kind of, work with your market flow, like what people, if you have a lot of brands knocking at the door, then you're not going to have the time to get the job done. So you're going to have to increase your rates to do so. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video about how to increase your rates. Let me know which tip is your favorite, which one you're going to implement right away. And if you have any questions, guys, regarding our pitching course, leave them below and I'd be happy to answer them for you.